7. As you can see, I am not in my usual place. I am on tour at the moment with some old school equipment. If you're watching on YouTube, you will see it from the camera that is up here. If you're watching live, you probably won't see it because I'm not going to show it. That's for YouTube only. I am joined, as always, by Aaron, the Cadet Marshal, and Amber in orange. Sorry, Amber, your name's in the title, so you don't get to. Sorry.
Oh, well, it's fine.
So today, guys, we're going to be talking about last weekend's Scottish Championship car racing up at Knockhill. It was, in my opinion, glorious weather for Knockhill. There was a couple of showers, and it started off a little bit wet on the Saturday. But I think in general, it was an absolutely stonking weekend. So we're going to go into a wee bit of that. So what do you want to go for first, guys? What category do you want to talk about first?
I'm not fast, what do you?
I mean, I have got the final classification up here, and the first thing I am seeing is Mod Sports free practice. So we will go with Mod Sports.
Go with Mod Sports, that's the one. So where were you posted the weekend, Amber?
I was at post 9, which is the hairpin. When we're going anti-clockwise, it would be the entrance to the hairpin. If we're going regular or clockwise, it would be the exit to the hairpin. So.
And instead of being turn 10 officially, you'll be turn 1.
Yeah.
That must have been quite exciting.
I've not done post 9 anti-clockwise. I've done it clockwise before, and everything's fine. But seeing, well, especially the legends, but seeing all of the cars just barrel towards you, and just having so much trust and hope that they're going to actually turn the corner and not slam into you is kind of terrifying, not gonna lie. But it's very sort of, it's a unique post when it comes to anti-clockwise because, it's literally just, all the cars just come heading straight towards you, and you have to have all the trust and all the faith in the world that these drivers aren't just going to barrel straight into you.
Yeah, sorry, Aaron, you've got quite a long time to see them coming towards you. It's not like if you're, I was post 2 this weekend, and generally that's the first corner, but you only see them for a little bit from the bridge, whereas you're seeing them from the bridge all the way down, and the ones coming out the pit and everything coming towards you. I've never done it anti-clockwise myself, so it must be quite scary.
Oh yeah. I mean, with most of the championships, I was like, yeah, that's fine. You know what? I trust you not to barrel into me. But there's a certain championship that we will talk about, I'm sure, in a lot of detail, because we always do. That I was like, I don't trust you at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I was right not to trust them.
Did you have quite a few incidents down there then with Mod Sports?
Not with Mod Sports. We had one big one, which is, looking back on it, if you know the backstory behind those two drivers, it's actually just hilarious. But it was, it wasn't free practice 1, it was...
that'd be the race, was it not?
Yes, it was the race, which was on the Sunday. 2 cars. Number 9, who is a red radical kind of thing. And yeah.
There might be a little story behind that one. So
and then
on post 2 being the final corner instead of the first corner, that it seemed to be as they came down Clark's through McIntyre's, they were bunching up. Now, if you look at the steward's decision, it's actually written in there, so it's public knowledge. It's not like I'm telling anyone things that haven't happened. One of the cars was blue flagged on the way up Duffus.
Yes, it was the number 20. It was the Mini number 21. I want to say.
Yeah, So I blue flagged him, and
Yep.
I believe he was trying to get out of the way, but he chose the wrong direction and blocked the little red car. So I'm not sure if there was a little
here we
bit
go.
of
I've got the.
not red mist, but I think by the time they got down to the hairpin, the red car was like, "I'm going past you whether you like it or not, because you've been blue flagged by 3 different posts."
We didn't get past him because he crashed into him.
I've
What's
got
that,
the
mate?
Clark.
He didn't get past him because he crashed into him in the day.
Mhm.
Aye. Sorry,
I've
Amber.
got the Clark the Course decision just now. You can find. I don't know where you can find it, but you can find it on Sport2. Side-to-side contact between car 21 and car 9 exiting the hairpin. Car 9 was lapping car 21. Blue flags were evident. I know that because as soon as I flagged them, because I was flag marshal this weekend, as soon as I flagged them, I was on what I call the analog flags, the flags on sticks.
Yep.
As soon as I flagged them and I saw the incident happen, I was like, oh shit, is that my fault?
No, because I flagged him from 2. I believe to be fair, I don't believe I know because I've seen it. He was flagged at post 1 as well as he went over the start finish line, and you would have been the 3rd blue flag. So.
The driver of car 9 unable to produce video. Video from car 21 reviewed. Both drivers interviewed and counter arguments heard. Decision from evidence. Car 9 suggested he's been stuck behind blue flags coming into the hairpin and that his car could have wheel spin and grip and decided to overtake. Car 21 held their race in line. Car 9 took an inside line, running wide on the exit, leaving car 21 with nowhere else to go. From where I was, it honestly looked like car 9 used car 21 as a brake.
Yeah.
Right.
From what I've heard about the incident, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, because quite frankly, in assembly, obviously it's busy up there. But I'm not even joking. I was looking at the action. Cars started coming in. I've got the cars in. Now look over the little blue wall. If you've been in assembly, you know what I mean. Look over the wall. Red flag, and there's a red radical off the road. What the fuck happened there? Just wanted to first on the podcast. Oh no!
Oh,
I can bleep it out in the podcast. I can't delete it out on the live.
Oh no!
Quick, someone call his mother.
She's in the living room watching.
Oh my god! I mean, it's a big thing. I can't get rid of it.
Hey, something though, those mod sport cars are very quick.
Yeah, they are rapid.
Yeah.
Especially that little red one. I mean, you see that little
yeah.
red one behind another car, you pull the blue flag out. It's as simple as that because he's overtaking it and he's lapping them.
I mean,
Yeah.
I cannot remember a day where that red radical has not won the race. And also, I think just the car is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the mini, I can't remember the number. There's a few minis in the mod sports, but
Yeah.
the one with the wide arches and the really nice looking one,
Oh,
that's
the
quick.
white one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a quick machine.
I think there was one race last year, but he was quite. He was in a decent battle for the radical. It was just off memory, so I might be completely wrong here. Because what it was the radical was rapid in a straight line, but he was a bit slower in the corners, and the mini was he's rapid around the corners, so he kept catching them in the back end of the track.
You're talking about number 1, aren't you? The little white
Should
thing.
be, yeah.
Adam Morrison.
Yeah, that's a quick machine he's driving.
Oh yeah. Things
Is it,
about
a
Adam
mini,
Morrison.
is it a mini challenge car?
I don't know.
I would imagine it might be a former mini challenge car that's just been souped up to fuck.
Huh.
That's twice now.
Aaron!
Oh, I'm too stressed with exams, man. Give me a break.
You know,
I know.
now he's done it, he will not stop. Every second word and every second sentence will be.
Aye.
I
Like,
don't know.
Podcast. I'm disappointed in myself.
That little, I've noticed the black. I can't remember the model of it. It's like the black one. It looks like the red one, but it's black.
Oh,
What?
I don't-
Ariel Atom.
with green little stripes on it.
No, not the Atom does SLS. It doesn't do mod sports.
No.
Anyway, I've noticed this year he's put a lot of yellow accents on it. It actually looks quite cool.
But I just can't bring another. Yeah, because I mind he was coming in. I thought it was kind of what I was talking to him in assembly because it was the race after the the instant with the Radical and the Mini. And I went up to
So-
exactly car number one, the Radical. Because I was saying to him, is he coming down car number one? He's like, yeah, I don't see why not. If you're on about the Red Radical, he's car number 9. I'm not sure. I don't think he is.
So it is not a. I'm looking at the entry list. It is not a Radical. It is a Nemesis kit car.
Don't care. It's a Radical to me.
Yeah.
Oh, tell you the other car that surprised me actually at the weekend was that little yellow. Is it a Westfield? It looks like a Caterham.
Oh, yeah. Was it DDMC that was in?
Oh, was that DDMC? Was it? Sorry, my
I think-
What
apologies.
was it?
Because that, oh my god, just a bit off topic here till we get to DDMC. That thing, the driver must have balls of steel because you're looking at it when in assembly and he's going to the hairpin, he's going, you see on the cars, and he's like, he's like half the height of the rest of the cars. You've got a massive Mini next to him, something like that. He passes him. You know?
Oh god, don't. When I saw them going side by side, I'm like, you cannot be seen by the car you are trying to overtake.
Yeah.
You are going to get punted off. You are going to get
Double
spun
money.
out.
You got to look like that.
Exactly. Like no.
Amber, can you double check the entry list for Mod Sports and see if there's a Lotus Elise in that one?
Mod Sport,
It will
Lotus
probably
Elise.
be in a DNF section or a DNS section if it is. Reason being, there was a massive crash down the back end at post 7
Oh,
by
car number-
one of the Lotus Elises, and we had a massive crash at post 2 by the other.
Yes, number 1, 2, 3, Lotus Elise.
Right, so
Driven by
I think
Stephen
that's the
Rees.
one that took out the tyre barrier at the post 7.
no, that was car number 67.
Was it?
Yeah, because I remember, we all know Finn. I was talking to Finn quite a lot on Sunday, and he had the live stream up at the crash. Because we both saw it was kind of a 6-7. But the whole day we've been just taking the mick of it because it was 6-7.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
So,
Marshall
you
Wisher.
and then you just see him just shut it. And it's like, no, 6-7's gone. But yeah,
That was Super Lap Scotland.
Is that SLS?
Aye.
that can I say by the way, just while we're talking about that crash, I know that it's quite a the Marshall briefing that we are the best marshals in the world. How the hell did we clean that up in 15 minutes?
Because we're the best marshals in the world, mate. That's why.
I mean, that car is gone. The tire will all the way down is just ripped. And
Well, because we had marshals from post 6 and post 7. Don't you dare.
the car number 6-7 crashed it between posts 6 and 7.
I
That's
what we
believe as well there was a few marshals from post 8 that ran up to give them a hand as well.
I don't know
Wouldn't
that.
surprise me.
But yeah, that is how, because we've just got a whole bunch of people. And we also had the Not Kill staff
Oh,
helping
Not
to
Kill
rebuild the
them,
tire
yeah.
stall.
Yeah. So if anybody out there is thinking of becoming a marshal and you live in Scotland, Knockhill is the best track to learn your craft at it, because
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying we are amazing, but we are some of the best marshals in the world. Like I say, some of the incidents we had to deal with at the weekend, they would be classed as major. I mean, one guy got taken away in an ambulance at one point. Not the
Yes.
motorsport ambulance, an actual ambulance.
Ambulance.
And that's the one that Aaron was talking about there, that we managed to get sorted and cleaned up in 15 minutes,
Yeah.
which is quite extraordinary. But we're very, very highly trained. Everybody works together. Amber, you're aware of issues that I was having before I started this weekend, but the whole post team, from every single post, everybody just got on with what they had to do, and everyone had great banter. And it was I would probably say it's probably one of the best weekends that I've had in a wee while, actually, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah. Just for the record on that ambulance thing, just in case nobody was there, the driver was straight out the car. I think that was just precautionary, I want to say.
Yeah.
It's probably, I think it's kind of similar to F1. So they don't have G meters, I don't think. I don't think it's sophisticated as G meters. But because of the amount of damage to that tyre wall, it was estimated that it was a big shunt. So that's why the doctor was sent, the rescue unit was sent, and the ambulance was sent. Now, talking of incidents, Amber, there was, in fact, you might have seen it as well, Aaron. I remember one post chief. I'm I'm not going to say the name. I'm not going to say the post, but you might have seen it. And he just went on the radio. Can you please send everyone? What was that?
I have no idea, mate.
It was post to control. Just send everyone.
Oh,
I don't remember that.
right. I know you just said you're not going to say the post, but it might clarify.
Well, it was I think it was in between 10 and 9, wasn't it?
Post 10. Yeah, I will talk about that crash. Shall I just talk about that now?
Go for it, mate.
Right. What we'll do Amber, me.
Oh, yes.
Amber, me, John. Right. So that was the. If you were there on Kill Saturday happened on Saturday, you know exactly what I'm about. That was post 10. So I think we're just going to start with that. I'm going to Clark close decision on that because that's just an easy thing to do.
Are we talking about the car that may or may not have, that was about yay close to slamming into the paddock brake gate?
I think it could have been.
I think he might have.
No, he was about yay close. If I've got a fantastic photo, I sadly can't put it. Actually, I should be able to put it up on the screen, and you can genuinely see where his tire slammed into the.
Oh, is that the picture you put online with the black circle on the rubber?
Aye.
Yeah.
Oh god, I don't know if you can see that.
Yes.
Hmm?
Turn your brightness all the way down and we can see it.
There you go. You can just see it, but there is like an actual outline of a tire there. And yeah.
But yeah, right. So I'm going to read out the Clark the course report on this. Just there's no better way to describe it than just Clark the course report because they've done it quite well. Yeah. So just a bit of context. It was the final race of the day for the Legends.
Yes, on Saturday.
See, since this incident, it's been overshadowed the actual what caused the safety car for this because I have no idea still. Does anyone have an idea what the safety car was caused for? John, you'll probably be the best bet.
I can't remember.
No,
there were so many bloody safety cars in the space of like 2 minutes.
I know. But yeah, so the safety car came out in the first lap, and all the cars have come towards the hairpin, and they've been sort of flat out. And I think the safety car came out as they were approaching post 10. So post 10 put safety car flag, safety car board out, and all the cars start slowing. So that's when the Clark course report comes out. So it comes into play. So, car. Okay, that's still not really great. I'm just going to sum that up. So what's happened? I want to say it's car number 35. Yes. So car 35 is in front. So let's say we've got car 35 here, car 2 is here, and you've got car 95 about here. Just for that image here. And car 35, the report says that he saw tyre smoke ahead of him and hits the brakes because tyre smoke doesn't know what the hell's going on. So hits the brakes.
It's Legends. You're going to get tyre smoke regardless.
Yeah, but still, you've seen safety car boards come out and there's a bunch of tyre smoke in front of you. He's hit the brakes. It's justified in my opinion. And then car number 2 and car number... Was it 95 or 85? 86.
So neither.
So, yeah, pretty close. So yeah, car number 86 is here, car number 2 is here. So the report says that from the onboard footage of car number 2, I'm going to assume, yes, I'm assuming that is because I see video for car number 2 and 86. Car number 2's view of post 10 was obstructed by car 86. So he's still going full gunning down towards the hairpin, and then all of a sudden car 35's just slammed on the brakes in front of him. He's hit him here, and then car 35 has gone flying off to the right hand side and absolutely annihilated the barrier. Very big incident.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest crash I've seen, marshalling. Cars destroyed. Barrier wasn't actually too bad, from what I remember.
No. He was about yay close to hitting the metal gate at Paddock Bray, but he just managed to hit the sort of tire stack that's about, as I say, barely a couple of centimeters away. 2
things. One, absolutely massive shunt, like terrifying shunt. When I say like assembly for the Legend races, there's normally quite a good atmosphere there. You know, everyone's sort of built up, you're excited. When you see a car go off like that and hit the wall, it goes from like 50 to 100 to 0 in like 5 seconds flat.
Yeah.
Secondly, most important thing, driver car number 35 was okay. Me and mother went to go see went to go see if we could find him Sunday morning. Just to go see, like, you alright, you're going to get the car back out, which is a bit of a dumb question because I don't know how bad the car was in. And he wasn't there, but his teammate was. So I assume it was his teammate. But yeah, no, so he's there. So talking to him, and we asked him, was he alright? And the response we got was, yeah, he was alright when he was having a beer last night. So
He was fine there.
Chad was alright, which is the most important thing of the day.
But then when you've got a grid of 34 cars, you're always going to have some sort of incident, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's unfortunate that was a big incident like that. And that's not the only big incident of the weekend, because, ladies and gentlemen, final on the Sunday. Amber knows exactly what I'm talking about. John, have you seen the replay yet?
Of what, sorry?
Are you talking about car number 13, the Fiestas?
No, not 13 in the Fiestas, the Legends incident on the final on Sunday.
Ah, yes.
So
that was not fun to clean up, trust me.
Yeah, because it's brilliant. 'Cause on the live stream, the angle they just kept on, or the cleanup's happening is on your post. So we just see everyone go by, just the Amber Little shot and down with the ankles are But yeah,
that camera guy was at post 9, and I don't know if you've seen post 9, but we've got steps, and then you actually go further up to the actual post. That guy was about a couple of inches away from where those steps were, and just pointing directly up towards the Beatson's Building supply bridge, and then following everything round. So we kind of had to go around him to get to whatever we were doing. And the guy, God bless, didn't even get his name. So if you are somehow watching, hi, you were great. You were very funny. Please leave a comment or leave a message in the chat saying, it was me, and leave your sort of experience of Not Kill. But he was lovely. And you just kind of had to maneuver around him. So that is why you see all four of us, myself, my post chief, my IO, incident marshal, and then we had our trainee just go past. There's a hilarious moment where you just see my post chief. I can't remember what race, but I think it was kind of in the lull between races as you guys were gridding them up and sending them out, whatever. There's a lull. You just see my post chief walk past to go deal with something. And then as he comes back, the camera just focuses on his face as he's walking past. And I remember just watching the live stream and I go, oh, well, that's him famous. And I just show him the screen and he just starts laughing.
Yeah. So I will go talk about that clash in a second. I just want to add this because you just talked about Trainee Marshall. So first of all, just about context, in case you're first time listener or just don't know a Marshall works Not Kill. If you've got the Marshall Not Kill for the first time as a Marshall, if you're Marshall Pro, I don't think you get Taste Day as a Not Kill, but you get Taste Day. So we had a couple people down for Taste Day, a couple people put on post. I felt really bad because there was a Taste Day Marshall on post 10 at the time of the incident.
Oh, was there?
There was.
Because we also had a Taster Day on post 2 when we had the big incident with the Elise and the BMW.
I want to hear about that when we talk about DDMC because I've not heard much about it.
I had a taster as well, but I'm talking about someone who is like who's not grade 1 Marshall. I had a trainee as well, a taster day. Nothing happened. He was cool. He had actually done some marshalling before, mainly for Rallycross, so he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he was pretty chill.
So I wasn't concerned about him, but.
And just to clarify for everyone that's maybe just listening to this and catching up, last weekend's racing at Not Kill was raced in anti-clockwise as opposed to clockwise. So you're used to seeing them going. Usually you would see them going clockwise, but last weekend, the whole weekend was done anti-clockwise. That's why when we say they're coming down to post 9 or the hairpin, that's why, because they were coming up Duffus instead of going down Duffus. Just for a bit of context, let's carry on.
Yeah, because I felt so bad, because obviously it's happened and we're just sort of sat about waiting to hear. And the racing gets going again. I'm looking down and I realise, you see, like, the higher vis you get, like the Taster Day out in the back. I see that and I'm like, oh, poor person, you know? Because
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if there's any, that's either going to be the type of thing that gets you marshalling for like a long time, or the type of thing that makes you run away from it.
Yeah.
There's no real in between on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolute chaos. So back to the second incident. I'll try to get that done quick as possible before we go on to the DMC. Pretty much, I have no idea about driver numbers because I wasn't a student support built for it. Because I don't think they can be bothered because I don't know how many cars are involved. From what I saw from both assembly and on the live stream, seems like a car comes out to exit the hairpin, spins, and then just gets hit by one because one car went over the top of somebody, which I don't know how you do that. Luckily, it wasn't over the cockpit or the engine, but cha-ching, that's not very fun. And then basically just smoke. Like, I think, how many cars are involved? You'll know Amber better than me.
4, but one drove away fine.
So 4 stopped because of the incident, 1 drove away from the incident, and then there was quite a few that made contact, but were able to keep going. So what's going to happen mid-packs? About half the field have to deal with that. I was talking to Michael Weddle at the end of the day, because I had an interview with him, which conveniently the microphone didn't work for. So great luck me.
Friend of the show, Michael Weddle. Hi, please come on.
Michael, you listen to this, that's why the interview's enough. I might put it up just a joke, but why not? But yeah, because I asked her about it. You know, when stuff like that happens, how do you like get through it without like Paul Lightning McQueen get through it and not get involved in the crash? Because what he said to me was his goal during that, what he was thinking was just go where the cars have already been, because if they've already been there, there's a chance they won't be there again. Which I think is pretty fair, to be honest. Just send it through the pack. You know, if cars already been there and they've been moving at a decent speed, then just bomb it through there. Probably won't be there. If they are, then ow, but if not, then you're a genius. And it worked out for Michael. He did pretty well in the final. But yeah, so I think end of the day for the legends in the weekend, Ben Mason is leading the championship, reigning champion obviously, and I think Michael Weddle was a close second place after winning 2 races on the weekend, maybe 3. I'm not sure. I think it was 2 races he won on the weekend. But good performance Weddle, good performance Mason. It'll be an interesting title fight to watch throughout the season. John, let's say about DMC. I've talked for too long.
I was just going to finish up on DDMC with something there. Just something I've read there.
I was going to say.
Did any of you notice that Andy Patterson didn't race in the last race on the Sunday, or the second race on the Sunday?
What number was he?
I feel about saying this. I have no idea who most of the drivers are in that.
Right, so give me numbers.
He was driving the Purple 3 Series.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So every time he drove past post 2, his fan belt decided that it was going to be more fun to stay with post 2 to watch the race than actually be in the car. So
yes,
it kept throwing a belt. We kept retrieving the belt, and somebody would come and pick it up. But I think it was that chewed up with people driving over it that it ended up that way. But yeah, no, the mod sports was relatively uneventful. The guys were good racers. They were gentlemanly racers, and any issues that we did have, they were dealt with rather quickly. And people were back racing. I don't think on either day. I know on the Saturday it was a bit late finishing, but there wasn't much we could do about that because we can clean up as quick as you like, but the Hiab will only go at a certain speed when it's trying to lift things on the back, so you have to wait for that anyway. And
I think by law, yes, you're a racetrack, but I think by law and under its specific, not Kill's specific license, they are only licensed to go a certain, I think it's something like 10 miles an hour, if that.
Yeah, the only difference is when it comes to rescue units, and they have to, so Knockhill, just to put it in context for everyone, Knockhill has to have a license to hold races. And within that license, there is certain terms and conditions that have to be met so that they can run these events. So for car racing, there can only be 34 cars on track at any one time, which I think is another reason why we had 35 legend entries, but only 34 drivers at the time.
Yeah.
Other stipulations state that now NotKill or SMRC, KMSC, they go above and beyond because they're only required to have one rescue unit on the circuit on a race weekend, but they always provide two. They are only required to have, I believe, one fast doctor's car, as in a doctor sitting in an air-conditioned Honda Civic all day, but sometimes they do have two, one at Rallycross and then one at the Tri-Oval. They have to be sighted within 30 seconds of an incident, which is why if you're at the hairpin in the Tri-Oval, you can easily get round to, say, Clark's, which would be the furthest point away. You can get round there in 30 seconds. The way they time it, because they time it as if you drive round the hairpin and then you drive down the bottom of where they would be. They start the clock. It takes about 30 seconds to get to Clark's if you're driving a big rescue unit. But when you've got cars coming round, they've not behind the safety car. You've got to start moving. It does take slightly longer, so that's I think that's why they put another rescue unit, another halfway around the track in the Rallycross. So those are basically the stipulations for it, which NotKill do go above and beyond on.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just had to get that out there.
It's fine. One day we'll get John Bolton, who is head of rescue at NotKill, and I think he is the head of the Scottish. What is it called?
SMMC.
That's the one. As well. So, yeah, very interesting. John, if you're watching, come on, tell us about rescue and recovery.
Because it's one area that I don't think many marshals actually go. They never try it out. They come, they put the orange probings on, they do their stuff, they come up through accredited marshal, they get to grade 1, they maybe go to grade 2, doing flags like myself or whatever. You can, if you want, go into rescue, and or you can try it out as well. I believe you could maybe do a weekend doing rescue. We do have a marshal. You don't know who he is. I don't want to name him because I don't know if he likes being online. But some weekends he'll be in the rescue unit, or in like Atlas 1 or Piper 1, one of the Jeeps. And then another weekend he'll be marshalling on the back with us.
Fellow short arse, as I call him.
Wow, work it though. You can get through post 4 to post 3 in about 15 seconds flat. He gave Mo Farah a run for his money, I tell you.
I think that was said in the first episode of the podcast. What was said on the what episode was this?
17, 18.
We should probably know this, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
God knows.
The other thing that people might not know, they'll have seen them kicking about, but they won't know. It is another stipulation. I forgot to mention it. NotKill do have to have an ambulance on standby as well. But again, NotKill have 3, which are sitting there. And any of them can be used at any one time. And they will always sit. You won't see them sitting in the Tri-Oval. You won't see them sitting in the Rallycross. They'll be sitting up at where the Marshal's hut is at the medical centre, and they will be deployed from there. Same as the fire unit. There is, from what I've read, I might have missed it, but from what I've read, there's no stipulation they have to have a fire unit. But again, NotKill have a fire unit as well.
I don't believe there is a stipulation for it because, we as marshals, we have fire extinguishers on post, and we are trained to use them and successfully put out fires. But if there is ever, thank you, Aaron, if there is ever anything, especially these days, we are getting an EV series, I believe, coming to NotKill soonish.
Yes. Okay, sorry, I've got it up, so I'm just going to give you the official line on it, right?
Oh no, John's got something.
Yes. So this weekend, the track license for the National Permanent Anti-Clockwise. It's an international anti-clockwise. The track length is 2,090 meters, which you probably might know. So for car racing, there is 3 different sections. There's racing and sports racing cars over 2 litres. They can only be 26 running at any one time. Up to, sorry, that's over 2,000. Up to 2 litres, again, 30 for a different one, and other classes, which the legends would come into, is 34. When the supercars come up, which I believe the supercars are coming up for the next event, am I correct?
I think they're doing a demo.
God.
Right. Well, they can only have 30 of those on track at any one point. And when it comes to the minimum safety requirements, I was wrong, everyone. I apologize.
John
they have
being
to have-
wrong?
Yes, I know. They have to have 2 doctors on site at all times. They have to have 1 rescue unit on. They have to have 1 rescue unit, but they always have 2. They have to have 1 fast doctor car. Sometimes they do have 2. They have to have 2 ambulances and 2 fire tenders. They do have 2 fire tenders, but they do have 3 ambulances. So again, like I said before, it doesn't change. Knockhill do go above and beyond. And it also stipulates in the license, I'm going to show it on this one first, where they have to be sighted. And it will show you on here. It might come up.
Oh, yeah.
It tells you where everything has to be sighted. So they only have to put everything in the tri-oval, but they do put stuff at the end of Rallycross to make it simpler.
That'd be nice. So,
But yes, apparently we are getting EVs at some point during the year. I remember hearing,
Yes, I heard
Eventually-
something about EVs
yeah.
coming, yeah.
I heard something about that. And you technically cannot fight an EV fire with traditional,
Nope.
the traditional extinguishers that we've got on post. So that is when the more specialized fire tenders would have to come out.
Yes. So it's the same as if a Tesla goes on fire in the street, the fire brigade will attend to keep things safe, but they will not attempt to put it out.
Mm-hmm.
Those EV fires, you generally just have to let them burn till they stop.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, same thing to make them worse, as far as I'm aware.
But our guys have some special stuff. I can't remember the name of it. They told us at the training day last year, didn't they? Is it like Exo something, or it's called something like that?
Exo
I
fire.
want to say it's like Sodexo.
Could be.
I don't know, John.
Whatever it is, it's specialized equipment that will put any fire out, but it's very, very, very expensive. Hence, the normal Scottish Fire and Rescue Service won't use it on an EV fire because it is so expensive to use. But at a racetrack, it's very specialized. They'll be able to use that kind of stuff there to put out the EV fires. For any marshals out there, whether you're wanting to become a marshal or you are already a marshal, apologies if you're watching on YouTube because I'm doing it to this camera. It was recommended to us last weekend. There is online modules for EV safety for your marshal on the MSUK website. Nip on there and get those modules done if you can. We're not sure yet, but there might be a stipulation that you have to have passed this module online to be able to marshal at a race that has EV cars. I'm assuming you've done it, Amber, because you do Formula E, don't you?
Yes, and every year Formula E do specialized training for Aaron. I will get to you in a moment. But they do specialized training for their particular cars. So the TLDR of it is don't be an idiot. Don't touch it, and don't touch it unless you get the okay from race control, or at least in Formula E terms, get the okay from race control. And if it's on fire, don't keep yourself safe. The driver will get out by himself, and if he can't, well, he's just gonna have to wait, because it is genuinely that is what we're told. It's just the driver will have to wait, and just because they're, to be honest, they're in fireproof suits, fireproof this, fireproof that, and those fireproof suits are told or are made to burn for up to 5 minutes.
Roman Grosjean is a prime example.
Yeah. So, to be honest, the driver can burn until the fire tender gets there and sorts everything out. Like
Right,
it's
Aaron,
a
you're
very
busting. Go for it. You're busting there. I can see you.
The fact that we're being told to let drivers burn alive in cars.
like it's a very blunt thing to say, and it's a very sort of
It's a,
I don't necessarily agree with it, but you know,
yeah,
It's the reality.
yeah.
two things. One, I've done that EV course online because I'm helping you with it. That thing is older than me, I think.
Mhm.
Like, it is quite old. It is quite insufferable at times.
Aaron.
What?
Suppose this hi-fi unit sitting beside me.
Yeah, I know. And as well, I'd like to issue a sincere apology to anybody listening on the headphones at like a high volume who are just killed there screaming at Edinburgh rugby score to try. So I apologise about that in advance. All I'm saying, we're 7-7 with Sharks. Come on, get in there. This has been posted after we lose 57-7 now. Yeah, context. But yeah, right. So John, DDMC, I want to hear about this. Go.
What do you want to hear about?
What happened? I know there was 2 red flags at your post with DDMC. What happened?
And your five flag wave.
And your 5 flags. Come on. You got a lot
Right.
of stuff here.
So
Grandad,
we had
go.
a bit of context, right? So the whole weekend at Post 2 went the opposite way to what we thought. So we thought they would come around McIntyre's, they would take the apex at the bottom of the hill, take the apex at the top of the hill, and because they were going so fast, they would veer off, and if anything happened, it would be on the far side of the track. Not a single incident happened on the far side of the track because it all kept coming onto the inside of the track. And it seemed to be mostly that they were veering out too wide and they would maybe catch a rear tyre on the grass, which would make them spin. Or in this case, 2 cars came up, got a little bit too close, and it was the same kind of idea as Post 10, I think, where he clipped the back and 2 cars went into the tyre barrier. Now, that caused a red flag. So the red light is on. I'm red flagging. As well, first of all, the 2 yellows came out, obviously. So I'm waving 2 yellow flags. Then they call for a safety car. But at this point, everybody on post, and I mean everybody, disappears. They've all gone to the incident because there was literally only 2 people on post. So they went up because the other 2 were on the other side of the track. So they're running up there. I've got 2 of these things, literally holding the safety car board with my knee. And then they put the red flag on. And I'm like, do I stop the yellows? What do I do here? So I put 2 yellows in this hand. I'm waving this. And I get the red out. And I'm waving like this. Then they deploy the rescue unit and the doctor. So the rescue unit and the doctor, I'm doing this. The rescue unit and the doctor are coming round up Duffus. And there's still cars racing behind. So I'm like, how the feck am I doing the white flag at the same time? So I literally had to make this a quick decision. The red light's on, dump the red flag, pick the white one, 2 yellows in this arm, a white one in that one. Rescue units going past, absolutely peeing themselves laughing. And the rest of the cars are coming up and going, oh, it was like the M6 after an accident. They're all slowing down to look what's going on in the street. So yes, so that was my 5, it was 4 flags and a safety car board with my knee, trying to do it myself on post 2.
Right. You know, like the beer bottle song, like there's one beer bottle on the wall, something like that. I can't remember exactly how it goes. It's like that with flags, but what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to flags, it's basically it's the biggest priority that you need to be shown, right? The biggest priority in that situation was the double yellow flags because there was 2 drivers still in their cars on track with marshals. Then they changed the priority to the red, but then the panel goes red anyway, right? So you're still doing the yellows. But because it's been drilled into us for years, I automatically reached for the red flag even though the red thing was on. But I still have to keep the yellows out to let anybody know coming that there's still marshals and drivers on track. Yeah. But then they send the rescue unit who comes up Duffus before the rest of the trailing pack. So that's slow-moving vehicles on the track. So then you've got to get the white out as well to let them know.
So just in curiosity, because I heard it was quite a big crash. First of all,
It completely destroyed. It completely destroyed the tire wall. But again, modern safety in these cars, the drivers literally got out and they were having a chat at the side by the time rescue got there.
all right, so yeah. So from what I heard at the time was big impact on the wall, tire was destroyed. That basically it. So sort of like Lotus on the back straight.
Yes, so the Lotus in the back straight, I don't know how it happened, obviously, because I was on the other side of the track.
The lighting,
that was one other thing. This was quite funny. So when we had the crash at post 2 and it went onto the inside, there was a load of spectators right along the barrier. Yeah. And the Lotus hit the tire wall and the tire wall was full of water. They got, I mean, it was literally at them, they got drenched. And we walked up there probably it was just after lunch. Was it just after lunch? Something like that. And there was like grapes and strawberries and food all over the floor. So I think they've seen this car come into the tire wall. They've got absolutely drenched with water and everything they were eating just flew up in the air.
So I remember the radio call from race control to your post chief was like, could you double check those spectators were all right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But tell you what else it does show you. There's some absolutely amazing places to watch the racing at Knockhill if you ever want to go up and watch the racing.
I mean, you know you're close to the track when you're getting soaked by the water in the tyre barrier when you hit it.
Oh yeah.
Aye. Well, the one down at post 7, there was still tyres in the air when I looked round. So I was flagging for, what was I doing? I was blue flagging somebody anyway. I'm watching this way. The incident happened right on the other side of the track behind me, and all I heard was one of the marshals on my post going, "Oh!" So I looked round, and there's still tyres in the air.
Yeah.
So they must have went some height to come back down.
From what the live stream showed, if you're watching the live stream, you know all about it. If you want, then you won't. It only caught the aftermath, so it cuts to the car just like churning open barrier. It looks like half the tire wall would come with the car as it left the barrier. So it was like 10 tires on the tire wall almost, just like scattered in the grass, some like cup onto the track. Driver just bounced straight out the car.
When the car went past us in the back of the Hiab, it didn't look that bad. No, sorry, we told that one. It didn't look that badly damaged at the back.
Oh yeah, I mean, it looks quite bad.
It was the same with our guy, the White Lotus that crashed at post 2. We actually pushed it back onto the circuit, and it was all crushed at the back and everything. And he got it started, and he drove it back. It was really loud because I think the exhaust was dragging and the bumper had crushed right underneath the car. But he drove it back in. It didn't have to get thingied. Didn't have to get towed or anything, which was quite good.
The one that I was actually surprised he didn't have more damage was number 30 in the Fiestas at post 4.
Is that the one that rolled it?
Yeah.
Chicane?
Yeah, that was the one that rolled at chicane. He, from what I saw, I haven't seen the photos that the driver has put out yet, but from what I saw when it was coming up the trial wall on the back of the Hiab, it was like completely fine. Yeah, post four we're talking about, glass on the track, which is fine. But when it was coming past, it looked like the passenger side windows were fine. The back windows were fine. Looked like the windshield was fine and the boot was fine. So I've got no idea where that glass came from.
Amber, I think the main issue of it might have been that it was on its roof.
I mean, yes, that doesn't entirely help.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was generally just a little bit of damage, but it was just mainly on its roof. And really,
it looked like he completely ripped off the sump off that car when he hit the sausage curb. It looks like it's ripped the thing off the bottom yet.
Yeah, and as well, I can't remember the driver's name for the life of me.
Michael Gordon.
Not Michael. I know Michael was the one who flipped. Have we seen the video of the car behind
Lackley McLaughlin.
There we go. Yeah, because this clip is hilarious because you see him flip and he's having a battle with him, and he's right behind him. He comes through the chicane and starts flipping, It just goes. As he goes by, he's like, what happened there? Properly, just kind of looking at the window.
Yeah. There was another car at the weekend as well who ripped something off the sump. I don't know where he did it, but the red Sierra Cosworth for DDMC.
I'm not sure.
He came past us.
Oh,
and it was just oil coming out the bottom of it.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
don't mind that.
The big oil spill that went around the entire circuit.
Yeah, but what I will say again, it goes back to the training and the practice that we do as marshals. We had we split it in half, so halfway down Duffer Step up to the top of the pit lane, just where it starts. We had that dressed with the dust in under 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't help. The legends came back out because it looked like, I don't know, Santa was selling £20 bags and somebody hit it because it just went boof as soon as he came round for the first race after that.
Yeah. All the dust as well going into the hairpin.
Mm-hmm.
It was lethal. It was like they're going for a dust storm.
Oh god, yeah. See, from post 9, i.e. the hairpin, as hello, number 88. Hi, Scott Charles. He is one of our C1 drivers. He is asking what's our thought about the sausage curb on a sausage curb position at the chicane.
That's your question, right? Amber, you go first.
So, as someone who has experienced that curb twice, once with a British touring car driver and once with a ex-C1 driver,
Hi, Liam.
Yes, hello, Liam.
And just to clarify from a previous podcast, the touring car drivers do not make a deal with the photographers to see who can get the biggest angle on their car.
Yes. I think it's needed clockwise, but for anti-clockwise, I don't entirely think it works because of just the angle you're coming at. For clockwise, I can see it because obviously it's there to police track limits and, you know.
Mm. I think as well, when you're going anti-clockwise, as you come down from Clark's, as you go into the chicane, if you hit that curb wrong, the track's actually falling away from you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting more air, if you get what I mean. If you hit it wrong, you're getting more air because you're having to come. It's like a ski jumper when they jump off the ramp and it goes away for them. They're going for longer because the track's going away.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I reckon clockwise is no issue with it. Just leave it as it is. Obviously, sometimes it's C1s, they're easy to catch and have an incident. But yeah, I think anti-clockwise probably the bigger issue comes. Obviously, track's dropping away. I reckon taking it away would make sense, but I reckon Knockhill will do that because obviously the track limits. It's not really the police after that.
Yeah.
But I reckon you put like a smaller sausage curb onto it, then that work.
The thing is, we've tried.
You know,
we've tried different ways to stop drivers from cutting the chicane using that sort of as a corner. We've had the giant Recticel at touring cars. We've had what's known as floppies on the corners, and they still get absolutely destroyed.
So do you think the Recticel on the other side of the track on anti-clockwise would work? Just as a visual deterrent not to go too close to it?
Yeah. What were you saying?
Are you meaning closer to the post or?
Aye, so it's on a clockwise race, it would be on the outside of the track at the apex as you're coming up, right? But if we swapped it onto the other side of the track, just where the post is, maybe a visual deterrent for people to maybe not cut the corner as much. Just an idea.
I mean, I don't see why not, but then you've also got to take into consideration Marshall's vantage points, because someone who's maybe my height, i.e. 5'1", may not be able to actually see over that, even though you're on a race platform.
Are you not elevated at post 4?
It depends where you are.
Right. I've not been up since it's been redesigned, so I don't know if it's any different.
If you're flagging, then yes, you will be elevated. But if you're track marshal, you'll be on the banking, which yes does give you some elevation. But if you're to put a giant recticel on it, and as you're coming anti-clockwise, you'll be following the cars down. That potentially could potentially block view for marshals and.
So
But
are you
I suppose the same. Sorry, I suppose the same could be said for the sausage curb at Duffus as well, because you're coming up Duffus, and if you hit it, but then I suppose if you hit it wrong, you're actually the track's coming to meet you. It's not like it's falling away. So yeah.
So
It's
right, are you only going to sell where it is for the touring cars there? Or
Where
yeah.
the recticello for the turning cars is on the outside of the track.
Yep.
So if you're on post 4, it would be the other side of the track on the grass.
Yeah.
Just there.
On the apex of the chicane.
If you're going anti-clockwise, shifting it to the inside of the track. But no, I totally get where Amber's coming from. It might take some of the view away.
My brain's not working. So
yeah.
like that, so the recticello would be here. So when you come through.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. I think that would make sense. Yes, it's removable.
Yes, it is removable. You can just you can unscrew it. I believe they take it away for motorbikes.
I think BSB it's removable.
Yes. So,
I'm pretty sure it's literally just bolted down, and you can like get it like a withdrawal and undo it and take it out.
Yeah, every sausage curb that they installed at Knockhill is removable.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's definitely a question. I think it's going to become more of a debate. More run anti-clockwise, whether that chicane should really, well, not that chicane, whether that sausage curb should be there.
I don't know if it's part of.
So I'm not really very happy with it. But yeah, I've seen this Fiesta.
If...
Literally, he just lost a rear end coming in it and just caught it wrong. It's just one mistake and it's caused a roll, which is a bit scary end of the day.
See, if we look at the top, you can see the holes, for example. That's where you just unscrew it. Now they did used to be, when they first installed them, they did used to be cement, just solid cement, and they weren't removable. And then they took them all away.
Yeah.
I think. What was I going to say there? This chicane debate and sausage curb debate will always continue, whether it's clockwise or anti-clockwise, especially around touring cars. Because you always hear Tim Harvey, especially in, I want to say, 2024, when Josh Cook slammed into the recticel that Amber had to clean up. Thanks, Josh.
I was expecting for that. The atmosphere at the hairpin when that happened was electric, by the way. Never been a better race announcer in my life. This is the chaos in the hairpin to this game. Everyone going, whoa, 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 whoa. That's a good point, actually.
That's a good point, actually. It will always be a point of contention. And that's what really annoys me, because you will have some people that are like, yes, keep this. If a driver fucks up, it's their own fault. But oh no, it's not like I already did it. I'm not an Aaron. But then there'll be the other crowd that's like, actually, no, this is serious. Something needs to be done about it. I think we can't do anything as marshals. We can, give our opinion, but we cannot do anything as marshals. What it will really take is a group of drivers from all of our series coming together and going to Knockhill, talking about it, maybe writing a little letter and getting everyone to sign it and then handing it over to Gillian, Stuart, Gordon, whoever. Because we can talk about it all we want. We can have our own opinion. Sorry, I used to work in student politics, so we can talk about it all we want, but what really needs to be done and what will probably make change is getting stuff down in writing, getting the opinions down in writing, and not just saying, we don't like the sausage curb on the chicane because of X, Y, Z. Saying that, yes, but also giving alternatives to what could be put there.
Yeah.
Because we will need something there. It's just we can't particularly work out what, or I can't think of what. Don't know if you guys can, but we need to think of, you guys, if you are, writing a letter to Not Kill, you need to come up with a solution, and an affordable solution that works just as well, if not better, than what we've currently got.
Yeah.
I will get off my soapbox now.
Talking about things that we don't like or we can't change, right? What's everyone's thought on the new SLS format?
Oh,
Personally, this is a personal thing to me. I actually quite like it.
Yeah.
Words. Glorified qualifying.
Because
Yes.
the only reason I like it more is because I actually got to do something. I'm not just packing everything away because
Yeah.
SLS is coming out one by one. I was actually managing the blue flag and stuff like that because there was
Yeah.
faster cars coming.
Yeah. I mean, for me, my thing is, SLS as a whole, I just don't really like the idea of it. If they had it as like a time trial race, almost, well, that's not really a thing, is it? If it's a bit of a race at the end of the day, it would be better. The cars SLS, don't go on. Cars people involved with SLS, great.
Yeah.
But just the
I think-
whole concept of it isn't amazing to me.
I think for me, it's a lot of it's to do with the fact they called it Super Lap Scotland, but they also call it Race 1, Race 2, whatever. It's not particularly a race. See if they
No.
actually called it what it was, a time trial.
Time trial, yeah.
Everybody would know where they stand with it.
Yeah.
I think it got confusing, and I'll be honest, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but Super Lap Scotland for the past couple of years was the marshals'
Go on.
signal to get everything sorted and get your flags put away and get everything done. Because they came out one by one, they did a quick lap and nothing happened.
As you can tell, Aaron is very passionate about SLS.
No, it's not SLS at all. Edinburgh just got like a 50-meter break and scored. This is absolute bedlam.
Nice.
Get in there. Glenn Young.
Some of the cars in SLS are amazing though. I mean, that Atom.
Oh yeah. Is it Nev Wood? He normally brings an Atom.
I've actually my as some of you probably know, I'm not at home. I'm currently at my mum's house down in Manchester, and my cousin
Oh, England.
my cousin lives approximately 10 minutes away from where I'm sitting. So tomorrow I'm going to go to his farm and have a go in his Ariel Atom.
Oh, yeah, feel free. The only,
Hell
I'll tell
yeah.
you, the only good things about England are Thruxton. Hold on, wait. The only good things about England are Thruxton, Brands, and Croft.
And Mikey Doble, friend of the show.
Yeah.
David Addison, friend of the show.
Yeah.
No people, physical things in England. But Mikey Doble motorcycles, good for England.
Yes.
Give them that. There we go.
Yes.
Everything else,
Friends of the show. He's up there somewhere.
I
Actually,
know.
you can't even see that. Go on.
I know.
Imagine this is a Mikey Doble show. Just imagine that.
There we go.
Aye. So I'll tell you what, we'll gloss over SLS, right?
Yes. Go on.
C1s. What did
C1?
everybody think of the C1s?
We're gonna have to be nice because there's a C1 driver watching us.
I'll go.
I'll start then, right? I'll start and I'll let you two bring the tone down. I actually thought it was a really good weekend for C1s.
Here it was. Sorry,
Oh yeah.
they were coming to the hairpin, like four of them, like a tenth of a second. It was mental.
But the
I'll
thing
tell
is,
you.
though, they're not having to pull the weight of the C1 up towards
Yeah.
Duffus, because they come up Duffus and they're basically pulling themselves downhill all the way. So they're probably actually getting faster lap times, possibly. I need to have a look at the Spotity app and see if it was faster lap times. But no, they were. I really enjoyed the C1s this time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I've got the results for the C1s here. So I'm just going to quickly bash through them. So they only had two races this weekend, C1s, because one raced on the Sunday. So C1 race 1, I'll go from 10th to 1st. First of all, everybody finished. Great job, C1s. No job for the marshals. So 10th, Ian Cochran. 9th, Peter Eddy. 8th, Kenneth Dock. I'm going to butcher some of these. And even
Kenny
though
Dock.
7th, Scott Charles. 6th, Matthew Baldy. 5th, Henry Gillespie. Right, there we go. 4th, James McCracken. 3rd, AJ Wilson. I'm just calling him AJ. He's on his car. And then Martin Nesbitt 2nd, and Gregor McFadden won it right before my interview him, so that was brilliant timing.
So our C1 driver in chat has said it's a little over a second per lap slower.
All right, yeah. So
I must admit, I thought it would have been actually quicker, but well, okay.
Yeah, best lap of that session was a 1:10.677.
I'll tell you something though, the guys this weekend, and I'm not saying they don't do it every weekend, but being on post 2, you're quite close as they come round the top of the apex at the top of Duffus. You couldn't get a fag paper between some of them. They were proper close to each other racing.
Like,
really good to watch.
Finished, with that was really good racing between Nesbitt, McCracken, McFadden, all that great racing. But yeah, so race 2, McFadden and McCracken actually DNF'd. McCracken couldn't hit at one point. I can't remember what that was for. John knows more better than me, probably. McCracken, what did he pull in for him? 77. 77? Yes.
No, I don't, mate. Honestly, don't.
I can tell you that Gregor McFadden ran out of talent, his words, not mine, as he exited the hairpin.
McFadden thing to say, by the way, just for the record.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, when the C1s were coming down and round the hairpin, I swear to God, for every single time, I had a mini sort of anxiety attack because of
the race, because it was far enough away, I'm assuming, but it was a little bit scary.
Yes.
But you've got to remember though, when they're doing clockwise, when they get to hairpin, they're turning right for the apex, and then when they put the gas down, the car's kind of hunkering in because it's kind of the way the camber is, and it's kind of like that. But when they're coming down to hairpin, the track's going away for them, as well as the inertia with the extra speed, and it must be. I've been told it's a totally different style of driving for anti-clockwise and clockwise. Never done it myself. I've only ever driven clockwise.
You don't driver and chat might tell us that. Just saying.
Yes, please, Scott, tell us. I'll tell you the championship. Did you think
they were going to roll, Amber? Is that what you're thinking because of the way they were going?
And I will tell you exactly every single time. Number 1, AJ or Aiden Wilson. From the minute he got out of the pit lane to the minute he came back in at the end of the weekend, he was constantly trying new things into the hairpin, trying new lines, yada, 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 which, completely fine. But every single time, there was just a little bit more tip as he was going around. And I was just kind of watching, being like, I had my blue flags in one hand, but I also had my double waved yellows in another, just because I did not have any faith in it at all. Because I was just seeing the tip get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And honestly, you could almost rival a touring car at the chicane.
The results of the race. Sorry, go on. I'll go results race 2 seconds.
And then I've got to talk about the spoiler incident with Mr. Dog. So I cannot remember when it was, but I believe it was Peter Eady posted an onboard video of Kenny Dock. I cannot, number 6, I want to say 6 or 9. And somehow, some way, his boot opened up, and and so he was just driving around, which fine. And
sorry, I'm just looking at that. Otherwise, I sort of qualified enough.
You did very good. We will give you that. You didn't crash or roll, which is a lot for C1s. But God knows how that sort of happened, but his boot flew open, and for about a good sort of 3 laps, he was just driving around with his boot open, and everyone joked that they didn't know that C1s were allowed to have spoilers now.
The joking assembly as well,
And-
trust me. Everybody.
He got the meatball flag for that, didn't he? He had to go in and get it put down.
Yeah,
Good.
he finished seventh actually, second of the last runners. Ian Cochran was last of the runners.
Yes, because I remember he went in. I assume he just got it slammed down by a mechanic or someone in the pit lane, and then it just came back out. Because post 9, we were really confused. We were like, "Is he still on the lead lap? Do we have to blue flag it? Screw it, too confusing."
Yeah.
And we just let him continue. And every single time I was just watching him, waiting for that boot to come back up. And I don't
Was that
believe
the
it.
SMRC car? Was that the SMRC car, the red one?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's red, I know that much.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No,
I'm
it's
sure the only
the
red C1 is the SMRC. The car's owned by SMRC, and if there's
Yeah.
a driver that doesn't have a car, they can hire it out for the weekend.
I think it might be the Edinburgh College one.
Oh yeah, it is.
That one, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Because
regardless.
I find it really funny. When I went going through McFadden, the C1 paddock was behind the cafe, I would say.
Yes.
The one on the entrance when you get in, I can't remember the names of them. I know what they are called, I just can't remember which was which. But behind that cafe, and you see all the teams, and everyone's got like a modest sort of setup. You've got Edinburgh College. There's massive 2 tents set up there. Just you can see where the money is for them. But yeah, it's quite funny.
Although if you speak to he was not racing this year, but there was a C1 racer last year that gave us a full lowdown of how much it costs to race in the C1s. And although people class it, I suppose people do class it as the slower championship or whatever they want to say about it. It's cheap, but it's not that cheap. It's probably the cheapest form of racing to get into, but you're still, I think they said for the first year, you're looking at about 10K. That's buying the car, getting set up, everything else that you need. It's about 10K. You can usually run it for about 5 or 6 after that, I believe. I think that's what they said. But obviously prices got them down with inflation and stuff, so it might be different now. That's
But I
quite a
assume
lot.
that's not like factoring in like crash costs or damage costs.
That's not
things like
factoring in
that.
crash costs. That's just turning up, the fuel, the tires, general stuff for just coming every weekend and racing without any incident. So 5 or 6K probably doesn't sound a lot when you're looking at some of the budget for these touring cars and stuff. But these are, as Mikey Doble said to us before, even at touring car status, a lot of the drivers they do it out of their own pocket.
I
They're
was just
not.
about to mention him.
Yeah, there's only a handful that are paid drivers, and I've been watching some of these reels on Facebook, by the way. And I'm going to say it again. I've said it before. JP will be racing a car in the touring cars before the end of this season.
Who?
Jason
Plato.
Oh, Plato, yeah, of course he is. He's going to do at least one round, let's be honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
He already admitted on one of the Facebook reels that they're building a third car. And he's admitted in umpteen after that he wants to have a shot in it. And there's a reel of him just now with a race suit on, putting a helmet on, and then it cuts to something completely different. Anyway.
I mean, we all knew that was going to happen. It was inevitable.
Results. So,
Yes,
obviously,
T1s.
James McCracken and Greg McFadden both DNF'd in that race. However, 8 finishes. So, they were Ian Cochran, Kenneth Dock, Peter Eddy, Scott Charles, Henry Gillespie.
Yes.
Never will go this time. Matthew Bodie, Mark Nisbet, and AJ Wilson taking the final win of the weekend in C1s. So AJ continuing as
You can kind of
season.
Yeah, but so you kind of easily work out why Aidan Wilson won the championship last year from those results alone.
Yeah. You know,
And if you watch his
he's a very good driver, I know they.
But if you watch his racecraft and the fact that when he was going through the hairpin, he was yay close to tipping over. His racecraft is fantastic. I mean, all the drivers are, but he is the one that I always kind of noticed, or at least I noticed this weekend for his racecraft. Along with, funnily enough, Kieran Preedy in the Fiestas, even though he spat it into the gravel and then managed to come back out when he was leading the race, he was still, it was his first time back racing in years. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Sorry, Aaron. Go ahead.
Yeah, just want to talk about C1s. Two things. One, AJ, give it a run into him. Great look doctor. I mind maybe last year I talked to him when we had the Legends crash.
who are we talking about?
AJ Wilson.
Ah.
We had Legends crash in May, where they sort of just like freed him up sometimes. One just like goes off to the side, like literally on the run to the finish line. By the way, he just goes off and crashes off just because why not? And delays C1s by half an hour. So I was talking to him for that time. He's just a nice doctor. And he's based really locally to Knockhill, I know that. And then as well, just we'll talk about Ghost Racing as well. If you watch an interview with McFadden, I feel like I'm trying to promote this. I promise I'm not. I'm just talking about it a lot. But yeah, I was talking to him. I asked him, like, how can you race that closely without like just crashing? Not exactly like that, but you get just in it. And this one was, I don't know, just do it. Which I mean, yeah, it seems fair enough, to be honest.
See, I find in racing, you've got to be confident. You've got to go balls out. Otherwise, you're not going to get good results.
Yeah, plain and simple.
Very true.
But right, so we have talked about the C1s, Legends, Mod Sports, DDMC,
SLS.
as well. SLS, I think we're just leaving out because there's not really much talk about SLS. I don't mean that in a bad way, just isn't really. Apart from the incident we've already talked about. So, can we go to some other motorsport news for 15 minutes?
We've missed Fiestas.
We started with Fiestas, did we not?
I swear we've missed.
To be fair, we've kind of mixed the Fiestas in with everything else anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to be really honest when I say this. The only exciting thing for me about any type of Fiesta was the one that rolled it. Clark.
Yeah, Michael Gordon.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just wasn't. I don't want to say it wasn't great racing because that's just plain out rude, but there wasn't much to write home about, I'd say.
Yeah.
Everyone did pretty well. Everyone kept fairly clean, apart from Michael flipping his Fiesta, unfortunately.
Now, I apologise to anybody in the Fiesta Championship when I say this, and I'm going to say it to this camera here, but I actually enjoyed the C1 racing more than I enjoyed the Fiesta racing this time.
I won't apologise when I say that Legends and C1 are the best championships racing on Knockhill. That's just my opinion. Mod Sports was quite good. I like Mod Sports. DDMC as well. I think as well it contributes to more cars, the better.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's the problem with Fiestas is we've had 10?
That's
9
Well, I think the C1's because it's not a really quick car. Everyone stays pretty close to it racing, and you can get the tool especially well in the C1, so it's easy to keep with the car ahead of you. So you can get fight on that. I don't think it's the same with the Fiesta, so I think it might be a bit harder to race there.
But the one thing I will say is Kieran Preedy, the driver I just talked about, is we've just got to say a massive thank you to him because during the lunchtime on, I believe it was a Saturday, no, it was a Sunday, I tell a lie, he did drop off a whole load of thank you gifts for the marshals. It was just mini eggs and sweets and things like that. But
yeah, they came back down to post with some of the marshals,
but it wasn't much, but it was a nice way to say thank you. So thank you for that. We really do appreciate it. We know it wasn't much, but we appreciate the thought. We appreciate the gesture, and you really didn't need to. So
I think
sorry.
I know that.
What are you saying, mate?
I think anything given to the marshals is a bonus. I mean, we don't get stuff, but I mean, if you get me a bag of Maltesers, and I'll happy days.
And we do sometimes give back to the drivers because Ben Mason dropped his wing mirror outside post 2, and we actually took it back to him. He got a wee present off him, and it was fitted back on that Legend for the next race.
We will give you bits of your car back.
Yeah.
we've covered the Scottish racing for the weekend and DVMC. All the racing in Scotland, that's probably say.
Yeah.
We have touring cars, and we've had Formula One news today. I'm going to start with Formula One news. If we're done with that stuff, with the Scottish stuff.
Yes.
Can I just 2 seconds? I just want to wrap something up before we go into the news bit.
Go on.
Oh, Amber's waiting.
Oh.
No, I was just going to say, for everything that we've talked about so far on the podcast for an hour and 20 minutes,
Jeez.
it does go to show how good the Scottish racing is. I know a lot of people knock it because it's just a little track in the middle of Scotland, but the racing at Knockhill is really, really, really good with some really, really good different events, like different makes of cars and different categories and all that kind of stuff. You can race in these events if you so deem you want to do this. I'm not sure about the entries for this year, but it might be next year now. But if you can go into the
There
KMSD.
are still entries open for May.
You can go to, you can inquire through KMSC, you can inquire through SMRC, get all the details off there. You will have to have your racing license, which you can actually get from Knockhill, which I believe is still £350 for your racing license for National B.
You can get a clubman's license from Motorsport UK, and I believe that covers you. I could be wrong.
Fair enough. And it also goes to show how good the marshalling team is up at Knockhill. There's always action on track. There's always things to be doing. And even when you don't have incidents to deal with, you might have 5 flags to try and fly at the same time. But you always get great banter on post and everything like that. If it's something that you want to do, go into the motorsportuk.org website, register on there as a marshal. I believe there's a wee thing that you need to do to get accredited. Then you can get in contact with your local club, wherever it is in the UK, and organise yourself a taster day.
Or the
can
world.
you do a taster day before you sign up as a marshal, Amber? Or do you have to sign up first?
You have to have your license first.
I thought that for the insurance purposes.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
your license is free, so
Yeah.
you're not paying for it.
Yeah. So you can do all that for free. Get signed up. Get yourself up to whether it be Knockhill for a KMSC SMRC event at the weekend. You can get a taster day from that. Amber might know the email address to email for that one.
alng.smrcmarshall@gmail.com.
Excellent.
Better than a search.
Look at that, and you can be standing with us on the banking, hopefully in the next couple of months. Now, the big news. Go for it, Aaron. You've got all the news stories on your
F1 is going back to Turkey. We are racing back at Istanbul Park from 2027 for 5 years. That is sick, first of all.
Are they going to add it in for this year as well to take up some of the space from the other ones now?
Well, we don't know anything about the calendar so far. Obviously, we know Zandvoort. It's his final racing calendar this season.
That still hurts, by the way.
We have Belgium and what track was it? It's oriented to with Belgium. I can't remember. Belgium and Portimao. I want to say on a cycle. So I think the one open space that Istanbul Park will be covering is that Zandvoort slot.
Or Imola. 'Cause we did
and
lose
Imola.
Imola this year.
No, Imola is getting covered by Madrid.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So yeah, it's looking like a good calendar, and as well, I think it's really good because obviously F1 and the FIA are sort of realizing now that the fans don't want a street track in the middle of some random city. We want actual circuits back. You know, they've got us Portimao, they've got us Turkey. I'll tell you now, if we get either Hockenheim or the Nürburgring, not Nordschleife, Nordschleife would not work.
Oh, God.
Back for the German Grand Prix, that would be ace. And the biggest one I want, please, Liberty Media, get me Sepang. I want Sepang back. I beg you, because that would be sick. I'll make about 40
Really?
Sepang. Get me it back.
Do you not want Kailami?
Oh, Kyalami's, yeah. And I talked about Kyalami. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. I know there's talks about a Bangkok race, the street circuit. That's one I'd be open to. A street circuit track like that. Oh no,
See-
it's not.
What I will say is if Formula One goes to Bangkok, whether I'm marshalling it or not, I will be there.
Can I come with?
I know.
Oh, but because I've just remembered, I'm on there. It is not Belgium and Portimao in orientation. It's Belgium and Barcelona.
Ah,
Barcelona and Spa in orientation, which isn't really a great decision, but we're
Quick
getting.
fire question. Quick fire question. When was the last time Formula One was held at Turkey?
In Turkey, 2021.
Spot on. There you go.
Before that, 2011. If we
And
don't-
why is Turkey significant in 2021?
Because Lance Stroll.
Sorry, why was it significant in 2020, not 2021?
Yeah, that wasn't 2021 Lance Stroll's first return. So 2020, Lance got his first pole position at the Istanbul Park, and then on the Sunday, track was absolutely mayhem because I remember I skipped rubber training to watch the game. Don't kill me, coaches. They're not my coaches anymore, so it doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, so I skipped rubber to watch it, and Lewis Hamilton won his 7th world title that day.
He did.
And there was also a very good battle between Charles Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel, and Sergio Perez running up to the line through the final chicane complex, which was like 3 of them all, like 2 attempts to the line, I want to say, something like that. Ridiculous. So, moral of the story, we're getting some good racing at Istanbul.
Yes.
Getting excited for it. Obviously, we don't know the calendar yet. We know, we've sort of had an idea of what tracks are going to be on the calendar. We just don't know the dates of the calendar yet. But yeah, that's big.
And other Formula One news, which is a bit closer to home. Do you know who is now head of racing at Revolut Audi?
I've heard about that actually. Go on.
no. I haven't.
Homegrown Alan McNish.
Oh, really?
What
Alan
the
McNish has now been appointed head of racing at Revolut Audi.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
So talking about Britain then in the motorsport thing, with the first British Touring Car Championship round of the year on the weekend. First of all, absolute bedlam in the qualifying race. Ash Sutton tries to force it 4 wide into the first corner at Donington. Tingram says no buckle, no room for him there. He tried to force away, and Tingram just said nah, go away. And then he loses it, hits Camish, and knocks himself out the race. So Sutton starts from last for race 1, and then launched his way up the field to P2. Sorry, Ash, I was not familiar with your game. Fair play, mate. Tingram wins. Ash got to P3, sorry. He got to P3 on the road. Tingram wins. Mikey Lobo P2 until Tingram is found to have an illegal boost system in his car, or something like that. Boost won't set up.
Overboost.
Huh?
Overboost.
That's it. Tingram is disqualified. We'll start race 2 from the back. Mikey Lobo. Come on, John. Mikey
There's
Lobo.
nothing.
Sorry, I just need to add, I got a text from my wife there. She's like, "Are you busy?" I went, "I'm currently live on YouTube," and all I got was, "I'll give it a miss."
But yeah, but stop it. Tingram disqualified. Mikey Lobo wins the first race of the British Touring Car season. Come on. Ash finishes P2. Brilliant. Race 2, Tingram fights his way back up through the field. Did not go well for our friend Mikey Lobo. He got to P14, I want to say. Finished P14. Sutton wins. Race 2. And race 3, I cannot tell you who won it. Amber, who won race 3?
We have a double winner. Ash Sutton.
There you go. Ash Sutton wins race 3 and therefore leads the British Touring Car Championship going into the next round at Brands Hatch Indy. Is that right? I want to say so.
I think so. I think you're right.
I think so.
I'm going to fact check that quickly.
Can I just
I've
ask
got
you,
a cat.
is it still daylight where you are?
No.
To an extent.
All right, it's pitch black in Manchester.
Yeah, there's no one
It
in
is.
the back here. I've got it open. I'm going to
It's
double
pitch
check.
black here. I've got a cat playing with my cables, so if I disconnect, it's because of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Leave my
she's
damn
frozen.
cables.
Oh, you're
Very good
frozen, Amber.
British touring car action.
I think the cat's maybe bit through the TV bit, but not the sound bit, because I heard you.
There goes the webcam. But anyways,
Webcam's gone.
hope Amber's back. A very good action-filled weekend of British touring car action. I cannot go without saying this, as Amber's has some very random technical issues. Can we just appreciate the top five, the final race of the weekend in the Legends Elite Cup? John, have you seen how close that top five was?
No.
Have a
Oh,
guess.
God, yeah.
The top five was over the line.
Oh, she's back.
Woo.
Amber, how close was the top five in the Legends Elite Cup? Oh, she's not back.
Nope, she's completely gone now.
Right, I'm going to say it instead. The Legends Elite Cup, the top five cars were split by 0.09 tenths of a second.
Wow.
9 tenths of a second split 5 Legends cars.
It told me to refresh.
I think the winner, I will get the gap up the now for you. Hold on, let's have a look at this. So the winner for the Legends Elite Cup was decided by, drumroll please. Right, let's see. The Legends League Cup. So the top five by gaps. So Amber's gone again. So yeah, obviously winners 0.000.
Hold on 2 seconds, mate. Hold on 2 seconds.
Noise.
See if this works.
Oh. Hey, right in time. Right, Amber, do not touch anything. Yeah. So Legends League Cup gaps. So winner wins it. Second place 0.014 seconds.
Wow.
Third 0.066. Fourth 0.072. Fifth 0.090.
Wow.
That is mental. Fair play to Legends League Cup because that is some amazing racing. Dries van Langerik probably butchered that.
Dries van Langendorp.
I'm not sure he held it though. I want to say he might be disqualified or given a penalty.
I did send you the decision.
Yeah, I think he was given a penalty and lost the win, but he won on the road, which is the most important thing. And Nathan Edwards had a unlucky weekend. I've not really seen what happened to that two of them yet. He did well on Saturday, as far as I'm aware, got third in his race. And on the Sunday, the first race of the day, atrocious, dropped last, he left. No idea what happened to it. But unlucky weekend for Nathan Edwards. Hurts at home. But yeah, no, good weekend of action at Donington. F1's getting exciting. Good weekend of action. Not kill. Anything else to add?
Nope. I'm good.
We're absolute rant there. So
That's cool. So
Right.
just to reiterate to everyone, just remember the podcast isn't going out at 10 a.m. on a Saturday anymore. It's going out late afternoon, about 6 p.m. and it's working. The numbers are going up ever so slightly again. Obviously, more people are watching at that time of night than 10 o'clock in the morning, and it gives me more time to edit as well.
happy days, right?
I'm going to say goodbye and good night. I'm going to leave my computer on so this can upload right enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do the exact same. I think that's going to be it from us, unless any final minute reservations or revelations or whatever it is called. I don't know. Discuss it. Oh, one final thing. Gordon Shedden was an absolute menace on the weekend.
Oh yeah.
I swear, the only thing I remember Gordon Shedden doing is like just exposing Rob and his racing, and like just
Yeah.
Aye.
yeah. Darcy Graham.
Right. Before we get banned from Knock Hill, I'm going to leave you at that. I'm going to stop the live stream, and we can talk about it offline. Right, there's something happening with rugby.
Oh god.
Okay? Something happening.
Edinburgh's cooking. We're playing good rugby. This is an absolute miracle. You don't understand how much of a miracle this is. We can play rugby.
And on that bombshell, good night, everyone.
Goodbye, everybody.
Good night.
We'll get way too animated at rugby.